In the late 1960s, a shadow fell over California. A wave of fear, unlike any other, gripped the Golden State. A mysterious killer was roaming the streets, not just committing heinous acts, but reveling in the terror he created. He sent letters, taunting the police and the press, signing every chilling message with a strange symbol, a circle with a cross through it. He gave himself a name that would echo through history: the Zodiac. It all began on a cold December night in 1968. Two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, were parked along a quiet lover's lane on Lake Herman Road. Their lives were tragically cut short, the first known victims of a killer who was just getting started. Only months later, another couple was attacked in a similar fashion. A horrifying pattern began to emerge. The killer targeted young lovers in remote, secluded areas, leaving behind a trail of terror and chillingly precise clues that seemed designed to baffle and infuriate investigators. The peaceful nights of Northern California were no longer safe. Then, in August of 1969, the game changed. Newspapers across the Bay Area received letters from the killer himself. Inside were not just confessions but a challenge. Each letter included a cipher, a complex, mysterious code he claimed would reveal his identity to anyone clever enough to crack it. The letters began with a bone-chilling declaration: "I like killing people because it is so much fun." The city was plunged into a state of panic. People were afraid to go out after dark. The Zodiac Killer wasn't just a murderer. He was a master of psychological warfare, turning the entire region into a playing field for his twisted game of fear. Police departments from Vallejo to San Francisco scrambled to catch the ghosts that haunted their streets. Detectives worked around the clock, chasing down every lead, poring over every cryptic message. The FBI joined the hunt, bringing federal resources to the massive, sprawling investigation. Yet, despite the unprecedented manhunt, the killer remained elusive. Across the state, and soon the country, everyone was asking the same terrifying question: who is the Zodiac Killer? The mystery deepened with every passing day as the killer continued to operate in the shadows, always one step ahead. He was a prolific and arrogant correspondent, sending more than 20 letters to newspapers and authorities. They were filled with taunts, riddles, cryptic symbols, and coded confessions that offered glimpses into his dark mind. He mocked the police for their failures, at one point brazenly claiming, "They will never catch me because I am too clever for them," and for decades it seemed he was right. Despite one of the largest manhunts in American history, the Zodiac was never officially caught. He seemed to vanish into thin air, leaving a legacy of fear and frustration. Over the years, the investigation saw dozens of suspects come and go, but none were as compelling or infamous as Arthur Lee Allen. He was a man who matched the surviving victims' descriptions, was known for his strange and unsettling habits, and, in a bizarre twist, even owned a Zodiac brand watch, complete with the cross-circle logo. The circumstantial evidence was tantalizing, but it was never enough. There were no definitive fingerprints, no DNA match, no single piece of solid proof to tie him directly to the crimes. Allen, like all the others, remained just a suspect. Decades passed. The case grew cold, but it never faded from the public consciousness. It became a modern myth, a puzzle that obsessed a new generation of amateur sleuths and professional cryptographers. Then, in 2020, more than 50 years after it was sent, a breakthrough occurred. A team of private citizens finally cracked one of his most complex and notorious ciphers, the Z340. The world held its breath. Would it reveal his name, his location? The message was rambling and defiant, but it contained no name. The solution only deepened the mystery. The Zodiac vanished as suddenly and as mysteriously as he first appeared. After years of terrorizing California, the letters stopped. The attacks ceased. There was no arrest, no final confrontation, and no closure for the families of his victims. All that remained was a chilling legacy of fear and a series of haunting questions that still echo through time. Who was he? Why did he stop? And the most unsettling question of all, Is it possible that he's still out there? The identity of the Zodiac Killer remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time. Thanks so much for watching. If you find these kinds of unsolved stories as fascinating as we do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into history just mysteries. We'll see you next time.